Alright, so we are back for another unboxing, guys, and today we're going to be checking several Venture Electronics products. So we have actually 5 in our table. So here in this channel, I do like, monks in general. So I have unboxed maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 monks, and yeah, for the price that you're paying for, pretty good value for the money. And it's actually our first time unboxing them and having them, from scratch here in the table. So we actually have 5 items here. We have the V Odyssey HD. We have 3 monks. We have the Monk Plus, and this is the standard version, smoke in color as well. You have the Monk Plus. This is the cheaper version, I believe. The non-standard version. We're getting the Monk Lite as well. So yeah, this is a little bit more expensive compared to the Monk Plus from what I have seen from the marketing materials, and you're getting the BIE as well. So actually some of these actually already checked them out, but in the previous videos, in the older videos. So yeah, this will be just a for fun unboxing, guys. We're gonna be testing these and listening to these, and maybe give some impressions as well on whether or not which one is for you, and what's the difference between several of these. So first, we're gonna be checking the Monk Pluses first. So this is the standard version and also the smoked version as well. So the Monk Plus is our statement to the audio community that you do not need to pay big to hear truly high fidelity sound, and yeah, actually not a lot of information. So I believe this might be one of the more popular Monk Pluses around, or monks around. So earbuds, and you're getting some foams as well inside, and you're getting that typical monk packaging here. So yeah, looking at the build quality, so it's definitely similar to other monks. Not the best, I would say. So quite plasticky in the build quality, but you're getting a see-through design here with your lobes. So yeah, usually for monks, it's a good platform for DIYers to mod maybe cables and add a bit better build quality there. But yeah, it's cheap enough to be able to mod for a lot of people. But yeah, the kicker here is the sound quality. So we're gonna be testing this out, and I'm gonna listen to some tunes. So first, listening to some Royal Concept. So yeah, for the Monk Standard, the bass is definitely prominent in the mix. It has some warmth at the bottom, and the overall sound is more of a smooth presentation. So the vocals here is more in the smooth presentation. So it's quite fun to listen to for the Monk Standard. And yeah, what I really like about the listen here is there's not much sibilance inside, and the sound stage is quite big. So this reminds me of how big sound stages are on earbuds in general. So that's one of the major advantage over your usual IEMs. So it's more of an open sound on the air as well, so it's quite natural to listen to. Yeah, very much enjoyable. So the male vocals positioned quite well. Key thing here, the highlight for me is the the bass is prominent in the mix, but I would say not overly done. So this is not your super bassy pair, not a super bass heavy pair. So the bass can be still controlled. You can still listen to the vocals pretty nicely overall. So this is what reminds me of the Monk. Each time I listen to this sound signature, this is what reminds me of the Monk sound in general. So yeah, it fits the name, standard. So it's a very Monk type of sound. Let's try to listen to the Monk Lite. So actually the Monk Lite is maybe a touch more expensive compared to the Monk Plus, but maybe in your country, maybe if you're gonna buy it online, maybe they're same price. So this is $10.99. The Monk Plus is $9.99. So it's just a touch more expensive. The Monk Lite's big and bold sound is a pleasant surprise coming from its small and ergonomic form factor. So that is what they said with the marketing materials. So build quality is very similar to the Monk Standard, but you're not getting your see-through design on the lobes here, and you're getting that white and gold color. All right, so from the get-go, that's a lot of similarities with the Monk Plus, but maybe compared to the Monk Plus, the highs here, the top end is a bit more extended there, has more clarity on top. The vocals for me pushes through the mix a bit more, and from what I'm hearing here, the bass is a touch less so compared to your Monk Pluses. So it's a bit tighter in the overall presentation, and a bigger soundstage here. So maybe yeah, the big and bold sound that they are referring to, the sound is quite big for me to listen to here. I would say maybe over the Monk Pluses. In my personal preference, I like the Monk Lites here. So maybe this is some more enthusiast, kind of listen, less bass there. The Monk Pluses is gonna be more warm, smoother type of listen overall. I would say overall the separation here is a bit better as well. So I enjoyed this. I enjoyed my listen here. Actually, both of them are pretty enjoyable to listen to, but I would give the edge for me currently to the Monk Lite. So let's try another Monk Plus. Let's see how this fares. So this is actually not a see-through version here. So maybe the shape of the case itself reminds me of maybe the Vidos here in this regard. So yeah, the shell. So let's try it out. And we're also again using some foams here. So it's still very lively to listen to. Actually, all of them has a lot of similarities here in the overall listen. This is maybe a touch tighter compared to your Monk Pluses, but this is a very Monk Plus sound, I would say. Over the Monk Lite, this is more of a Monk Plus sound. Sound stage is a bit smaller compared to the Lites here. But yeah, the bass here is a bit more prominent in the mix over the Lites. So this is more of a Monk Plus sound. But I would say in terms of the mids region, I'm liking the Monk Plus more, the standard version more over this one. So the sound stage is still quite good as well. So yeah, open design here. So the sound stages are usually bigger for me of a listen. Still quite fun. So here in tow, this is an instrumental track. Very nice of a listen here. So definitely for the price that you're paying for, this is really great, sound for what you're paying for. Yeah, for me compared to the Monk Plus this is a bit more hollow in the vocal region. So maybe that is what you're paying for. The increase in price for the Monk Plus standard, we're getting a bit more vocal resolution there. The vocal is a bit more revealing in the mix. So I believe this one is about $5. So divided by 2 the price of your standard version here. But yeah, still quite good sound, but not as good as your standards, I'd say. So let's check out their USB-C. And actually I already have this, but let's unbox this because it's already here. So actually for the price you're paying for, around $10, the build quality here is really good for me. So actually compared to the Heidi Sonata, which is more expensive, to this one, this I think has better build quality, and that's really cool. In terms of the sound that I'm getting from these, this is more in the warm side of presentation. So yeah, for the price range, obviously not the most resolving, but it does drive your Monks to pretty good volume. So yeah, for me, I actually found this to pair well with the Monk Lite, because the Monk Lite has maybe the tightness in the sound separation as well. So this maybe smoothens it out a bit, adds a bit of warmth to the overall sound. So I do like this with my Monk Lights in this regard, but can work as well with the the Monk standards, and that drives the Monks to pretty good volume. So around 50% power from your phone will drive your Monks to listenable volumes, and that's really cool for a $10 pair. So yeah, that's the Odyssey HT. Really cool. I mean, for $10, one of the cheaper USB dongles that you can buy in the market, and that's really cool. And now let's have a listen to the BIE, and actually we have already reviewed this, but let's still have a listen so I can compare it and contrast it to other Monks that we have here in this channel. So actually for this one, sub $20, dynamic driver presentation, and yeah, the build quality similar to your usual Monks. The cable not the best here. So this might be another modding platform for DIYers to consider, because yeah, the build quality not the best here. So let's have a listen to I Shot the Sheriff by Eric Clapton. Alright, so for this, having that closed design, so the bass response is a bit more prominent compared to your standards. But I would say this reminds me a lot of the standards over the Lites, now listening to it. So it's more of a smooth presentation. The stage is a bit more closed in here. And yeah, the mids is a bit more recessed in the mix for me. But yeah, very similar to the standards in the overall presentation here. Let's try some Chainsmokers, Don't Let Me Down. It's more of a fun listen. Bass is really prominent in the mix, elevated in the mix. This is something for bass heads to have fun on, consider. So for the BIE, yeah, it's first time to have a listen to these with other Monks. And this did remind me a lot of the Monk standard in this regard. So I'm not sure if they use the same drivers, but yeah, very similar in sound. So they play well with the house sound of Venture Electronics here. So if you like the standard monks, the BIE might be another thing that you can consider in your kit. All right, so that's actually our unboxing of all the VE products that we have here in this channel. So we have the Monk Plus. It's gonna be your more maybe fun version, bassy version, warm version. So if you like a more lively sound, go with the Monk Plus. Going to the Monk Lite is gonna be a touch, I would say less bassy version. The highs is a bit more extended there, bigger stage as well, a bit better technicalities for me in the Monk Lite, but maybe a bit a touch less aggressive of a listen. So this is more for an enthusiast for me, enthusiast kind of listen with the Monk Lites. Frankly speaking, this is my favorite out of the group. So this is fits my preference most compared to other monks that we have tested. The Monk Plus is the cheaper version, so kind of a baby standard version. So very similar to the sound quality of that, but maybe a touch more hollow in the mids. But still, you're getting a very monk sound here. So actually, compared to the standard and the cheaper version, actually they play well in the house sound. They're not that far off in the overall listen, but your standards will be better there. And the BIE, if you're looking for maybe a standard sound, but in a closed back version, more bassy and still has that smoothness as well, still fun, type of listen, the BIE might be your pick. So actually for me, all of these are pretty good value for the money. But for me, the Monk Lite is my favorite. So if you kind of play well with my preference, you might like the Monk Lite. So that's it for our unboxing today. So this is just a for fun unboxing. So I was sent these all, and I just would like to unbox them because we haven't unboxed this yet. Before we have checked them out, but not really full unboxing and test them all side by side. So actually from VE Electronics, they mentioned that they are gonna send to me the BIE Pro as well, and maybe in the future you might look at the Zen. That's also really interesting, how the sound signature changes as the price goes up, because we do have other buds here in the channel as well. Would be nice to put them together side by side, and let's see the value proposition of VE products. Of course, if you learn something here, leave a like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. And much like in my other videos, I will be live on Twitch as well once this video goes live. In YouTube, you can talk audio for 2 hours. I will be doing some maybe gaming. Let's see what game I will play, and you can ask me some questions. We can talk audio, other items as well if you like to know my thoughts. If you're into that, if you're into the streaming thing, I'm trying that out. So check me out on Twitch, and see you guys there.